story time. I'm going to tell you a little story. Back when I was doing stuff with conventional army, it's actually a specialized unit, but it's conventional infantry unit. We're going outside the wire. There's definitely danger of throwing down rounds and exchanging rounds with enemy forces, okay, in a combat zone. And in some of our preparations for going out, we had gone and zeroed our sights, our weapons. So we took our M4s out and we made sure we were zeroed. The next day, I see this kid walking around and he doesn't have sight on his weapon. He took his sight off. Yeah. So he's walking around the fob. So we're going to roll out in like, I don't know, I think a day at that point. I look at him like, well, what the fuck are you doing? Where's your sight? Where's your optic? Where's your, yeah. So he's like, well, I took it off. Oh yeah, you took it off, huh? Where did you mark it on your rifle so you can put it in the same place? Why'd you take it off? I don't understand. We just zeroed our weapons the other day. Who told you to fucking take your weapon sight off? And this kid is like, well, I just shoot better with that without my sight. I shoot better with iron sights, you know. All right. There's a list of reasons why this is fucking stupid, right? Needless to say, this kid did a lot of physical exercise for me. Now, this is the same kid that we go do a layout with all our equipment, and he removes his night vision, it was from his kit, from the layout, and he leaves it in his room where he's sleeping at in the fob. After the layout, if you understand how this works, you do a layout before a mission, you check and make sure you have all your mission essential equipment, and then you don't touch it, okay? Because privates in the Army are stupid, and they touch their things, and things end up disappearing. So you make sure all your shit's in order, and then you don't touch it. This kid removes his knife, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Right? And he's like, well, I see better at night without my night vision. He did a lot more PT, and he didn't go outside the way. There's no way. He is not going in. We're not taking this kid on a field trip into a combat zone so he can get his dome canoed by enemy fire because he's an idiot. So he stayed home that day, we'll say. Why am I telling this story? There's certain things that I know about. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Like, there isn't room for negotiation for many of these things. There are a lot of things I don't know what I'm talking about with, you know, that I'm just not familiar with. There's certain things, of course, that are more open for debate, okay, and more open for discussion. But there's certain things that I do know a lot about, and really, I mean, I'm happy to discuss them with you because you're not a private in the Army who's about to go outside the wire for the first time. So I'll have conversations with you. But reality is there's certain things I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? And there isn't a room for negotiation. If you go with your ideas, you're going to be fucking stupid and you're going to fail. All right? That's just the way it is. If I let this kid go with what he thought, which was clearly fucking dumb, right? He would have put himself and other people at risk. This fucker had no idea, okay? He was so inexperienced and out of his element that he didn't know shit. And so I had to save this kid from himself, okay? That's what chain of command is designed for. Well, some of you guys are like that when it comes to the sexual marketplace. You know a little bit of things here and there. You've read some stuff. You listened to a few videos, but you really don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay? And so when I tell you, you know what? You got to do this if you want to be successful. It's not really up for negotiation. I mean, we can discuss it, but I know I'm fucking right. Okay? I've counseled a lot of people and counseled them to success. And I've had a lot of success myself. But I've also had a lot of failures, and I can see what the bad behaviors lead you to. I've also, in consultations, dealt with a lot of men who've done some of the things that have caused their failure as well. Right? I'm 20 years into this stuff, guys. When I fucking tell you, do this if you want to be successful, or don't listen to me and fail, I mean it. Like 99% chance, that's the turnout. It's not a negotiation, not a debate. Just like this private, it's not a debate that he's not going outside the wire if he can't shoot what the fuck he's aiming at. There is no negotiation about taking your night vision with you and being able to put it on your face or not when we operate at night. Like, this is not, these are things that you don't, there's no negotiation here, because he will fail. He will fail, or he'll listen to me and succeed. That's it. Now, you guys listening to me, you're figuring it out. I can't just force you, right, to listen to me. But I'm telling you, when I say shit that doesn't quite like fit with your worldview, but I tell you that you need to listen to what I'm saying and action it, or you're going to fail, you better figure it out. Ask questions. Be willing to be open-minded to maybe get a different view of what you're thinking. Because I would like to not let you go out into the sexual marketplace and fail, okay? Just like I would not want that kid to go out into a combat zone and fail, right? Fail could mean death for him, fail for you. Well, it could mean a lot of hardship and heartache, and maybe you need those lessons if you're refusing to understand what I'm telling you and not listening to me. I don't mean to sound arrogant, okay? But I've said some controversial things over the last week or so, and some guys are like, wow, that's really awesome. Makes a lot of sense. Never thought of it that way. Some guys are like, I don't know if I agree with that, but I'm going to look into that and take it under advisement. And they're asking questions. That's great. That's how it should be. Some guys had visceral reactions, negative comments, right? Throwing me emails about how wrong I am. I'm telling you, I'm not fucking wrong, dude. I know what I'm talking about. When I give you information on a video like this, it's because I've done the research, I've seen the results, or I've directly experienced them. But it's not just my own experience. It's not just the experience of one or two people. There's a lot of data points that go into the information I'm telling you. So when I tell you, hey, this is how it is, and you need to action something in this way, and if it doesn't sit right with you, you better get clarification, because maybe you're not understanding the way that I'm saying it, or maybe I'm not explaining it well enough. That could be the case too, right? But when I tell you something and I say, action this if you want to succeed, don't listen to me if you want to fail, that's not a negotiation, guys. It's not, okay? I'm not saying just accept what I say on face value without questioning it. You, of course, question anything anybody tells you. But if I tell you that something is a requirement for your success, if you don't listen or understand it, you're going to fail. It behooves you to figure out what I'm talking about and to understand it, and to set aside your biases and your beliefs that may be different than what I presented, and start seeing things a little bit different way. Because I'm not telling you that because I'm wrong. All right, so hopefully you guys understand that. Some of you guys are pretty objective about some of the things that didn't sit well with you, and I appreciate that. Some of you guys are not, and I'm going to say it again, just like that kid going outside the wire. You guys are trying to go into a combat zone without a working sight system and night vision. You think you know, and you fucking don't, right? And this is a problem, and you're going to get burned, and you're going to learn the hard way. It doesn't matter to me, all right? I would like you to learn the easier way, but if you refuse to understand what I'm telling you and action the advice I'm giving you, you'll get a lesson. So the choice is yours.